Hello, my name is Tim. My company is Sports and Touring, and it is a great pleasure to introduce you to this beautiful Mazda MX-5 RF Skyactiv G 2 litre in gorgeous soul red. For decades, it is true to say, Mazda's MX-5 has been an iconic sports car, a roadster which delivers fabulous looks, brilliant handling, perfect balance, sufficient performance, economy of ownership and reliability, which have placed it at the top of the roadster charts for a very long time indeed. Through the Mark I, Mark II and Mark III, the aesthetics changed very little, but then with the Mark IV, the ND, Mazda revised things, they changed the styling on the car really quite considerably and came up with this stunning machine. And in this form, the RF, they have, of course, taken the Targa concept and automated the roof so that instead of having to remove it by hand and stow it away as you would with a classic Porsche, in this car it disappears out of the way at the touch of a button. This particular example in soul red, it's the 2 litre Skyactiv G, and I have to say we are delighted to have it in our stock. The paintwork is simply superb. It's a low mileage example with excellent main dealer history. It has been looked after and cherished. It's clearly not been a daily driver. It's been a weekend and holiday car. It's sitting on Bridgestone Potenza tyres, on freshly refurbished alloy wheels, which we've put through the full strip and powder coat process, and everything about the car is simply stunning. Let's take a look inside. The car is supplied, of course, with 2 remote key fobs, and opening the door we can immediately see the beautiful condition of the driver's door. Internally, the door card is superb, and I love the way that Mazda have brought the bodywork into the cockpit with this clever addition of the strip at the top of the door in body colour. Turning to the inside of the cockpit, and we can see that everything here is in exceptional condition, pretty much, I dare say, as it left the factory. The beautiful leather seats with red cross-stitching are excellent, and all of the fixtures and fittings are in perfect order. Sitting down into the car, and we have this beautiful Mazda cockpit. It's elegant, it's not cluttered, it has all of the luxuries and conveniences you'd want, of course, air conditioning and climate control, heated seats, a comprehensive infotainment package. On the steering wheel we've got telephone controls for the Bluetooth telephony, audio and information screen, and of course the cruise control there. Automatic headlamps and rain-sensitive windscreen wipers, and this beautiful binnacle of instruments with an LCD screen on the left-hand side. It's a multifunction display which will show whatever you configure it to display while you're driving. This beautiful Big Rev Counter in the middle and the speedometer on the right. We have a 6-speed manual gearbox, of course, and the gearbox on any MX-5 is one of the highlights. It's a short throw gearbox with a fabulous feel to it. Really an important part of the pleasure of driving one of these little cars. Manual handbrake, of course, by all means the best for performance driving, and the controls for the infotainment system here fall neatly to hand. Just behind there we have a useful little stowage compartment, and between the seats we've got a handy glove box. Cup holders, by the way, can be moved, so the passenger's one can either be here where we have it at the moment, or it slots in next to this one between the 2 occupants. Starting, of course, is by push button. And we can see this beautiful dashboard light up. And the infotainment system springs to life. We can scroll through the apps, the applications available, entertainment, communication, navigation and vehicle settings, of course. All easily done on this rotary joystick. All in all, a beautiful place to be, with fabulous technology and continuing the best traditions of the MX-5 cockpit as very definitely a place for the driver to enjoy the experience of these wonderful roadsters. In the British climate, the rain comes and goes suddenly and the sun comes and goes suddenly, and so you need a roadster with a roof which appears and reappears in the minimum time with the minimum of fuss. And I'm pleased to say that the MX-5 RF manages to achieve that very well indeed. Simply push and hold the button and the roof sequence begins. The cover removes itself from the stowage area. The roof folds out into position above the driver and passenger, and the cover restows itself with a helpful beep to say that the sequence is finished. And you could do that at the traffic lights in only a few seconds to take the best advantage of the sun when it's out. Opening the roof is just as quick and easy. Once again, operate the switch in the opposite sense this time. The cover removes itself, the roof folds away, and then the cover is going to stow back into position. And cleverly, Mazda have incorporated the rear windscreen in the roof structure, not in the cover. And that means that with the roof out of position as we are now, you do get that fabulous sense of the wind flowing through the cockpit. On the passenger side of the car, again, everything in very good order indeed. I dare say this seat has very seldom seen a passenger. The leather is perfect. And again, carpet, door card and so forth, all in exceptional order. Many roadsters and coupes suffer from having too small a boot space. It makes holidaying, for example, perhaps that road trip you really want to do around Europe, very difficult. But Mazda's MX-5s do better than much of the competition, with a deep, wide space which extends out behind the rear wheel arches and is more than big enough for bags for 2 or 3 weeks away, or all the shopping that you would, I think, want to carry away from the supermarket. Condition-wise, again, everything is superb. The carpet is beautifully clean, the metalwork exactly as it should be. This is a beautiful example of the MX-5. Under the bonnet, and here is the 2-litre SkyActiv technology engine, a new series of engines for the Mark IV MX-5s, 4 cylinders, 16 valves, economic and potent, 157 brake horsepower, powering this car from 0 to 60 in 7.3 seconds. So there are more powerful engines, there are faster cars off the mark. But the MX-5 isn't just about speed and acceleration, it's about the total driving experience, the tremendous sense that you have driving one of these cars, that you are part of the machine and the machine is part of you. And Mazda, with the Mark IV, have managed to hang on to that very important, rewarding concept in fine style. So thank you very much indeed for watching. It's been a huge pleasure to show you this beautiful MX-5 RF. We're Sports and Touring. We're just outside Andover in Hampshire. We're open 7 days a week by appointment only. You can call, you can WhatsApp, or you can email us, and we'll be very pleased to either arrange a viewing in person or a video call to show you the car. We've got a Google Drive with higher resolution photos of the car, and we can send you access to that. If you've got a car you need to dispose of, we'll give you honest and sound advice about the best way to extract the maximum value from that. And if you need to chat about finance, we can do that as well. We're authorised and regulated by the FCA. Thank you once again, and I do look forward to hearing from you.